welcome to You Beauty. This is the podcast for your face. I'm Kelly McCarran.
And I'm Amy Clark, back in. I'm really happy to be here in Sydney. FYI, for anyone that doesn't know, I'm in the Mamamia Melbourne office, so I love when I get to come up and have a good old chat with Kel. How are you going?
Is the Sydney office much prettier?
Yes.
Because I'm here.
Yes, it is.
Oh, gosh, I kill those dad jokes.
Yeah.
Anyway, how was your weekend?
My weekend was fabulous. I'm a big reader. I know this is not a entertainment/book podcast, but I come with the book recommendations.
Ooh, okay.
If anyone, side note, if you ever want a romantasy, hockey romance, small town,
Did you just say
ranch,
hockey romance?
book recommendations, slide into my DMs because I have read over 50 of these books this year. Just also a subtle reading flex.
Is just the most niche hockey romance.
It's honestly not niche, Kelly.
Hockey, like the game.
Yeah, like ice hockey. Sorry, specifically ice hockey. But anyways, I had a great weekend, me and my Kindle.
Okay. Right. I don't even know what to say about that. I think I'm going to need a moment.
We can talk about it later. All right, first question we have. Hi, wonderful ladies. Can you believe Christmas is nearly here? Festive question for you. If you were curating a Luxe, bracket but not outrageously spendy, 12 days of Christmas advent calendar for a few of your best girlfriends, what would your top product picks be? Think travel size, trial fragrances. Okay, Alex, you are maybe like the nicest friend that you're even
really
thinking
are.
of
Also,
doing this for your friends.
Guess what I've curated for our friend Alex?
Oh, show and tell. Kelly has, for anyone who's not watching us on YouTube, she's actually done did you do that in Canva?
Yes, I did.
She's put together a visual representation
of
what this could look like. All right.
I have put together for her girlfriend. So when she said a few of her best girlfriends, I assumed it was 3.
Nice.
Yeah, that's just what I was assuming. What I have done, I have put a luxury 12-day kit together for her 3 friends, just over $200 each.
Oh, wow.
Which I think is really good for 12 like luxury-ish
I
products.
mean, generous, but yeah.
Oh, very generous.
Oh,
but
yeah,
she did say luxury, so
yeah,
I
true.
assumed she was.
You're right. You take this, you take your job very seriously.
Yes, I did. So I did go to Kmart, but only to begin with. Okay, I know she said luxury, but just to get like one of those big, really like they're quite good quality.
Yeah.
They've got really fun colors.
Exactly. You need a mix of big sizes, small things. Yeah, we need some.
So I went there and got the beauty pouch bag, vanity bag, whatever they're called.
Stunning.
You can get them for $14 and they're really big
So
and cute.
good.
And then I also got some of those wave clips, like the flat clips.
Yes.
So I did get those from Kmart. They were $4, but you don't need luxury wave clips because sometimes headbands hurt the head.
Agreed.
And I use these pretty much every time I do my makeup to keep my hair off my face so I don't end up, because as well I'm blonde, then you got brown splodges everywhere through my hair. So I use these so often, so I think that it's a really great thing to include in the 12 days. So then I've gone to Mecca and I've got a mini Tower 28 mascara because I've heard that it's fantastic. I haven't actually tried it myself, but I've heard
the packaging on that brand is very festive as well.
If you're following along on YouTube, you know that everything is cohesive and aesthetic in my little 12-day gift set. Also from Mecca, I got the Frank Body scrub and cleanser, like a little mini pack, because it is just so luxurious and it feels so nice and it smells beautiful. And I got the travel-sized Sol de Janeiro Drench shower oil. Yum. Does that not just sound so beautiful?
This is sounding great. I'd love to be friends with Alex. Or Kelly, sorry.
I got we will link everything in the show notes, but I also got a pack of 3 because so a lot of these are actually, sorry, I should have clarified, are packs of 3.
You are so clever.
Because it's that time of year when you can get different gift sets, and if you want to get them all the same thing.
Like 3 lip products, 3 eyeshadow sticks. Oh.
Exactly.
Gosh.
So
not just a pretty face.
I know. So I got the 3 Kosas blushes. They're beautiful. And so we're including one of those. And then I've got a little Morphe powder puff. So I also got a packet of 3. So we're just putting one in each thing. So cute. Then I'm going to L'Occitane and I'm getting a set of the 3 hand creams. So the mini hand creams, they're pretty much the most iconic hand creams. So they're really pretty. Then I'm moving on to Sephora and I got the Naturium lip balms, the Fido Glow lip balms.
I am obsessed. The color that I am using at the moment, Fritz. I can't think of the name, but it's almost like a fig kind of color, like a plummy. Anyway,
is it that one?
Yes.
It's the one I've included in my flat lay.
It's so good. Just side note recommendation, this lip product, it makes it look like I've had something done to my lips.
Ooh.
And I put it on and I do a lot of video calls. So I know like everything looks a little bit better on video calls. But I put it on. My lips look so juicy.
Oh. Okay, well, you can get a 3-pack from Sephora. They're full size for $36.
Wow.
I know. And then also from Sephora, I got the little mini lip liners for $12. And that way you can make like a really nice lip. The Sulawesi First Care Activating Mask, they're $18 each. And it is the most beautiful, luxurious sheet mask.
Yeah, the original kind of luxury Korean skincare.
Exactly. And like it has got so much of this juice in it that it's actually worth more than $18, I'm pretty sure, because it's enough to cover your entire body. Plus, I got a 3-pack of the Floral Street fragrances. It was $95 worth $166.
Wow.
So that's a really good bargain, and that way they can all get their own fragrance. And that is what they got. So it's $209 each. That's what it works out to be. And they've all got their 12 products for Christmas.
I love that. Literally
I did my homework.
Yeah. The only edit I would maybe recommend or substitution, again, around this time of year, like mini Christmas candles. Like you can get those in a 3 as well.
Oh my goodness.
Was that meant to be?
That was one of my products. I forgot it on the flat lay.
Oh.
I was literally just looking at it going, why do I feel like something is missing? I've got a 3-pack of Diptyque candles in there.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Or even, you know, if you, depending on how the spend's going, the mini glass house.
The mini glass house would lower it back down.
Or Joe Loves is another brand that randomly do some mini Christmas 3-packs. But yeah, that was my only note.
And that was included in the $209.
Well, there you go.
The Diptyque candle. For goodness sake, Kelly.
We'll have a fantastic like Girlsmas celebration with this.
Yes.
How lovely. Thanks,
that'll be
Alex.
so fun. Question number 2. Brie sent us a DM on Insta. Hello, ladies. A question from my dry skin idols, Kelly and Amy. Listen, if I'm going to be an idol, it's for the dry skin.
I'm a dry bitch.
I'm a dry gal. What are your go-to daily serum and moisturisers?
Okay. Yes, dry skin. I think it's probably, let's do a quick refresher. Dry skin is a skin type. It means that your skin is lacking in natural oils, different to dehydrated, which is lacking in water.
Which I am both.
Fun. I am just, super dry and have so many recommendations, as does Kelly. So we're going to kind of just whiz through them. But a few of the ones that I've been using, I think mine skew. I love that Kelly's list is more, you've got the under $50, which we'll get into.
I just thought I was going to make, because there are so many that I love, and I'm also always chopping and changing. So I thought, you know what, to make it easier, I just like had a look in my drawer and I was like, what's under $50 that helps this problem
I
at
love
the moment?
that. We need the high-low. So mine skew a little bit more cosmeceutical. For those who don't know, I worked at Adore Beauty for a while, so obviously had the luxury of trialing and testing a lot of more active cosmeceutical brands, which sometimes tend to have a higher price point. But I just wanted to caveat that as to why. So a couple products. The Alpha H Golden Haze Face Oil or the Jojoba Company, what do you call it?
Just jojoba oil.
What do you call it? Jojoba oil. Either of those, love a face oil. I use a face oil all year round. I know a lot of people, winter, but if you're dry, that's my nightly moisturizer. I even sometimes add it into my foundation just to help with any texture that it's clinging to.
I know people said, they're like, you two don't have dry skin. And we're like, yes, we do. We're just very good at our jobs of making ourselves look like we don't.
Yes. Another product that I want to recommend that I've talked about before as a moisturizer, the Aven Soothing Recovery Cream. That is just a no-frills like moisturizer day, night, whatever. Really can't go wrong with that product. For a vitamin A, I wanted to recommend some products, not just hydrating serums and moisturizers, but great products in your routine that are suited to dry skin. So the Defy Damage Beauté Pacifique Defy Damage Serum, that is a vitamin A product. Got a really mild kind of gentle form of vitamin A in it. Really thick kind of lotion-like serum consistency, buffered with a lot of other ingredients like squalane. A great vitamin A option if you have dry skin and you're just always conscious of, it doesn't take much to set my skin off or to look flaky. Even if a product is not super strong, it's just like it just doesn't take much. So that one I love. Also, it layers really beautifully with other products. The La Roche-Posay Dermalego Serum, I prefer that to their, how that La Roche-Posay have their
Oh, yes.
whatever, the hyaluronic acid. I actually prefer for my dry skin. I don't typically love a straight hyaluronic acid serum.
No, well, it's better for hydration, not dryness.
Yeah, exactly. So I like these formulas that have a few bits and pieces in it. This one is specifically for the sensitive skin. A lot of products that are sensitive, quote unquote, skin products work for dry skin too, because they're going to be packed with lots of like a mixture
nourishment.
A mixture of like humectants, so the water loving ingredients, and then the emollients and the occlusives. So all the kinds of things that we need. I love a mist. I know this is not a serum, but it's adjacent. It's a Laneige creamy skin mist. So this comes as a, what do you call them? Like an essence toner milk. It comes in that, but it also comes in a spray mist.
Ooh.
I prefer the mist just for ease.
Yeah.
So I don't have to pat. And another one that I love is the Murad Intensive Recovery Cream. This
so good.
is a thick mother of a cream, but it is like if you're really dry and you are craving that barrier comfortable feeling on the skin, like this is quite a thick, it's almost like a balm. It's a real balm thick texture that when you put it between your hands, you rub it in, you've kind of got to almost like warm it up a little bit before you put it on. But I love, 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 love that product. And then finally, last thing I want to touch on before Kelly does her recommendations is exfoliation. So I think, there's the hydrating serums and moisturizers, but exfoliation is so important. You don't want to overdo it, but I find
a few times a week.
Yeah, I even just exfoliate once a week, and it just instantly helps to lift some of that flakiness. And I want to suggest either an enzyme exfoliating powder. So I love the Alpha H enzymatic polish, which is kind of like, it's basically like the Dermalogica, but it's a powder. I use it in the shower. So you can literally just on damp hands, it's a bit of powder that you put into your hands, you lather it into almost like a very fine, luscious cleanser. And I just use that as my second cleanser. And then speaking of Dermalogica, I actually love their glycolic acid cleanser as an exfoliant for dry skin. Again, it's a step that's really easy to add into the routine. And then it means you can still do your other serums and stuff. When you're layering a lot of liquid exfoliants, things like that, sometimes it get a bit much to then how do I get in my other ingredients as well? What about you? Take me through your list.
Well, as I said, I was just like, I'm going to keep this to what's in my drawer at the moment that's under $50 that I really love using when my skin's feeling so dry and dehydrated. I really love to layer lots of thin products rather than using one or two really thick products just because
This is good. We've got like two opposite approaches here.
I know. But also I think that then that ties in with me not just being dry, that I'm also dehydrated. So if I'm not getting all of that hydration in through the thinner layers first, and I don't know, it just doesn't. One cream, I'm just so flaky straight away. So the Bubble Milky Toner sounds similar to the Laneige one. However, it is like you've got to pour it in your hand, but it's quite thick. I don't know how it would actually go in a
it's like a glaze, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful. That one's $24. And then I love the TBH Rebound Skin Milk, which is a bit thinner. That's $29.95. The Naturium Barrier Bounce, $45. I've talked about this serum for keeping your skin so nice and supple. Like ever since it launched. I'm obsessed with it. The Corsex Snail Mucin, that's about $32.30 wherever, depending on where you get it. That's really just hydrating. Once it's like one of those just layers that I like to add in.
Sticky.
You don't like it?
I'm just, yeah. It's I love it as a product. I just don't love the texture for my skin because
Fair enough.
It's the one where you could put it between your palms and you pull your palms apart. Yeah.
It doesn't do that.
Yeah,
I'm going to bring it in, Amy.
Okay.
It doesn't do that. If you are grossed out by the fact that it's snail mucin as well, there is vegan mucins on the market now. A really good one is the Bioma Phyto Mucin, which is $30. That one is stunning.
I haven't tried. I need to try this brand.
Oh my goodness, it's so good. The Estura Hydro Serum is $50. Technically it's $51, but that one is more of a hyaluronic acid, but it's more, I would say it's way more moisturizing than just, it's got the extra ceramides.
A lot of great Korean or Korean-inspired brands in your list.
Yeah.
Again, so good for the price point and having that like barrier-focused
Exactly, because my barrier, if it's impaired at all, then it starts getting even flakier. The Naturium Multi-Peptide Cream, $47. That was one of the coolest things I've discovered this year.
In the tube?
No.
Oh,
the
I
one
was
in
about
the tub.
to say the tube one, I don't find
it's not
thick
moisturizing enough. It's
Yeah.
not thick enough. You need to try the one in the tub.
Okay.
And it's almost got like this pearlescent, it's beautiful under makeup as well. I am obsessed with it. And you're dry, so you too. I can use really thick things under makeup and I'm absolutely fine. QV Night Cream, an unsung hero, $17.39. I've been talking about this for years. If you put it in a luxury bottle, you would think it's a luxury product. Like it's just so beautiful. Cicaplast B5 or the CeraVe Advanced Repair Balm to lock everything in, or I'll pop that on just my dry areas before I go to sleep, like my super dry areas if anywhere's a little bit crusty.
Great
and they're
recommendations.
all under $50.
Love that. Well, there we go. You've got your dry skin sorted.
Beauty Bites, I didn't bother bringing one because you haven't done one before. Maybe you've done.
No, I have. But I basically just boasted that, I've got so many
and
great
I went,
ideas.
great, I can't be bothered coming up with anything. So please bring two.
Okay. So I've got two summer beauty related beauty bites.
Well, that's fantastic given it is hot as balls.
So it's coming up to this time of year when I know we talk a lot about in beauty with seasonal skincare changes, yada, yada, yada. I'm more about the practicality of summer beauty because there's a few common things that anyone who, even if you're not a sweaty gal like me, summertime, we're sweating more. Yep.
Sweaty and hairy.
Yeah.
I don't know why I had to add the hair.
Okay.
Okay, no one asked.
So there's a few things that always come up for me this time of year. Humidity, sweating, obviously, thigh chafe, and just overall kind of extra greasiness. Hair becomes a bit greasier, skin becomes a bit greasier and oilier in summertime. So I want to just run through some of my tried and tested summer
hacks,
beauty,
if you will.
Yeah, hacks solutions. So number one, for thigh chafe cream, even if whether your thighs rub together or not, I guarantee in summertime, like
they do a little bit. Like everyone's do. Even if you've got the skinniest thighs ever, they still have to
There's
move.
nothing that ruins your day faster than thigh chafe. And so a couple of options you've got, and when I used to live in Sydney as well, it's much more humid here. Thank goodness it's not humid in Melbourne. But when you're like walking to and from the train to get to work, oh my God, I'm literally like crying thinking about it. It's the Neat 3B cream. You can get it in a tub. You can get it in a tube. It's essentially a body antiperspirant. It's like it's really like for runners. It's the old school version, cheap and cheerful from the chemist. Don't put that on chafed skin. You use this to avoid thigh chafe. And literally your thighs will just glide so
like
silky.
a seal.
Yeah, there's lots of other brands too. There's ones that are a lot cuter, like Mega Babe do a chafe stick. There's Scoop skincare. There's so many different ones, but it's like that extra step in your morning routine. But you're gonna thank me for it. Again, the other option is kind of anti-chafe shorts.
I was about to say, you wear a lot of slip skirts, which are probably part of the problem.
I know that, and this is so funny. When I went to Europe on my honeymoon, I didn't take my own advice and I got really bad thigh chafe. And I went into an Italian pharmacy and I was trying to explain, how do I do this? And she was like, trousers.
And
you know,
you're like,
as in like,
yes.
wear trousers. And I was like, yeah, but I even sometimes a pair of plissé pants. I know this is not a fashion podcast, but that's also a great summer wardrobe option. But I'm a skirts person.
If you're not watching on YouTube, but
I'm always in a slip
Amy
skirt.
is always wearing a slip skirt.
Yeah, and so the other option is some little shorts to go under your skirt.
Oh, like bike shorts.
Yeah, so different to bike shorts in that they're really thin.
Yeah,
like
okay.
Thin material, and they're specifically meant to feel like you're not wearing anything. So definitely not shapewear, but Booty have some great ones. But you can get them at a lot of different places as well. But that's like another good one if you're not wanting to use chafe products. Okay, a fan in the bathroom. So I'm talking about, obviously there's desk fan. You got a fan when you're doing your makeup, whatever. But I'm talking about like I wish I'd brought mine with me.
Oh my goodness, like in one of those theatrical.
One where you go whoop, like that.
I love them.
I have one of these in my bathroom, and between skincare, putting makeup on, fanning, like it makes a big difference in terms of you just need that burst of cool air to stop you from tipping over the edge into I'm now overheating and this is a problem. You know, when you're doing your makeup and you start getting really hot and it becomes an issue, have one of those. I have one in my bag. I have one at my desk by my bathroom. I'm all about them. All over body deodorant. So I know that this category is expanding.
It is.
And there's lots of different options.
Under the tit.
Yes, under the titties. You can
Lift.
do that. Yep. So that's a great product to swap into your routine. Wash your hair at night. I actually do this all the time. But again, I can't think of anything worse than blow drying my hair in the morning on a hot day. So blow dry your hair at night and pop it in a silk bonnet. Remember back in the day when I used to talk about my silk bonnets?
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
So
you're an early adopter.
I was.
A trendsetter, if you will.
There's obviously silk pillowcase, but this is more to actually like hold your blow wave. But do that to avoid any kind of hot air, hot tools in the morning. And then the last one I need to say is about feet. So recently there was a TikTok video on the Mamma Mia TikTok account that was asking people, do you wash your feet in the shower? Yes, no. Do you wash your feet?
Yes. Otherwise they would be dirty.
So some people just, let the soap go down the legs, whatever.
This is why I hate people's feet.
So I just got to say you need to be actually washing your feet in summertime because you're wearing open-toed shoes. Your feet are sweating more. There's bacteria and also just a build-up of more dead skin because your feet are exposed. Guys, you've got to actually whether it's just get some soap in your hands and actually just or use a washer or just
wash
whatever.
You
got to wash your feet. And I would even go as far as to say that you should be exfoliating add a bit of feet exfoliation into your summertime routine.
Oh.
Just to help with that dead skin buildup.
You know, when you do your armpits, you could just do your feet then, like with a glycolic acid
exactly.
or witch
so
hazel or
something.
something.
Either do it with scrub in the shower or do it with, your glycolic acid, just to swipe across the feet. It would also just help, it's the buildup of bacteria. Same, and that's the bacteria is what can then make the smell. So that's just what I wanted to bring today as some summer hacks.
That was so helpful though. I loved it.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
And then my second beauty bite is related and it will be a bit shorter, but I guess I wanted to bring up the idea of, this time of year, summertime, we're getting our limbs out a bit more. It's when we start thinking about tanning. Number one, nobody should be actually tanning. I think if you listen to this podcast, you don't need to be told. But just in case you're new here and you tan maxing, all of these kinds of things that the kids are doing, we don't do that. Absolutely not. But it's the time of year when you start to look in the mirror and you go, oh, I feel like I'd look a bit better with some color on the skin or, you start doing your fake tan routine more. And I have absolutely no judgment. Whatever you need to do to feel comfortable in your own skin, you do. But I would love to recommend a couple of creators, people on Instagram that I follow who have made an active choice to stop fake tanning.
I love
because
this.
they want to, I guess, just like
Promote that you don't need color to look good in summer.
Correct. And I think for all of us, it's intrinsically tied to like slimness, skinniness, as in like you look hotter. It's aesthetically like I look hotter with bronze skin, and we're in Australia, you know, it's the beach girl vibe. So if it makes you feel more confident, absolutely. But I'd love to share these people who are challenging that within themselves. So one is our dear friend Lucy Neville. So at Lucy M. Neville, she has stopped doing tanning for a couple of years now.
She goes to shoots, like she does
Exactly.
modeling, and she goes to shoots without tan on.
So another one is Hannah Collingwood English.
Friend of the pod.
Friend
yes.
of the pod. And these are just great people to follow, by the way, in general. But
As
if you just,
Amy Clark.
And look, I have never been a tanner, mostly because I'm so lazy. And like we said in a previous episode, I hate the smell of self-tanners. If you just want to see some more like fair-skinned gals in your feed. And then Belle Bauer is fantastic. So she actually lost her father to a skin cancer. And she has been posting a lot about…
Is she a Melbourne creator? I haven't heard of her.
She is based in Queensland.
Okay.
So again,
and that's even… yeah.
So this is kind of like in Queensland, you know, it's sunny all the time. There's a lot of probably, societal pressure to have a tan. And I just have loved, you know, she's going to weddings and actually posting about those times when you would say, oh, I should get a spray tan for this. Or, oh, I should be tanning for this event to go on holiday. So yeah, just recommend following all of those gals in general. But yeah, and as I said, no judgment, but…
I love that. That's really
food for
good.
thought.
Yeah, that's really good, Amy. Thank you. Well, we will be back in your ears and eyes soon. And in the meantime, follow us on all of the socials. We'll pop everything in the show notes. And that's it.
See you next time.